So,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. The semifinals are going on. I'm here with my companion. Oh, that sounds kind of weird.
please don't ever say that again.
My coworker. I don't know. Whatever he is, Mason Bush. And we do have some updates for you. We're going to go through them real quick. Two casts, all three have been turned loose, I guess. Mason is getting updates from TJ McCauley. In cast three. I've got 1 and 2. We're just going to go through it real quick, let you know what's going on. In cast one, they turned Playboy and Snooky's Cookie loose. Playboy goes out 100 and 125. Snooky is struck for 75. She is treed on past Playboy for 125. Playboy was circled up. He was on a big den. Snooky had a coon. Right now, she's setting at 200 plus, and Playboy at 225 circle. They were recut. Playboy was leash locked to Snooky. They were recut, and Playboy is struck for 100. Snooky 125. In cast 602, Turk, he was struck for 100, and Hooker 75 with Doug Hebner. Hooker is treed for 125. Turk 75. Those dogs were on the same tree. They are plussed up. That puts Turk at 175 plus, Hooker at 200 plus, and they called timeout, move spots, and have cut back loose. What do you got on 603, Mason?
They cut loose at 8:34. So they've been cut loose roughly 10 minutes now. So it's pretty slow for the first few minutes. They walked up, striking free Echo 100 and 125. Strike Doc 75 with a line, and Blueberry Wine with 50 for a line.
And
they're headed to Echo.
They're headed to Echo now, and nothing has covered him yet, I assume, or probably will.
Well, they TJ has not said, but so far I don't think they've been struck. I've had this for roughly 3 minutes. So
The in cast 2, they have moved to the new woods. They have been cut. Turk was struck. A Hooker was struck for 100. Turk for 75. Hooker has been treed for 125. So we've got 225 pending on Hooker right now, and Turk carrying 75 strike. That is coming from Ricky Osborne. He is our play-by-play man on cast 2. We have Bo Groves on cast 1 and TJ McCauley on cast 3. So we got a pretty good group of guys doing the play-by-play. We have, just warn everybody now, the camera that we have right now that's running, our other one quit. So if the camera feed goes black, just want you to know that we will immediately start a new live stream. All we have to do is push a few buttons and get the other camera set up, which doesn't work quite right, but better than nothing.
right.
And so just to let you guys know that if that does happen, we will be right back. Just stay on Cane Stream Media and make sure and set your notifications to where when we start a live stream, it all comes back up and you guys will have it. We got Laura Hurley, Miss Laura from Quapaw, Oklahoma. Her and Vic Hurley, good friends of mine. They live down there not too far from Cheyenne and Ty Anderson and all that down in the Golden Triangle, I call it, where all the world champions live. Got the Coon Hunting University podcast on there saying hello. That's gotta be Tyler. Surely.
Yeah, he's got the
Gotta be
YouTube
Tyler.
That's his personal page.
Brad Crum says, "Has there ever been a dog win a UKC and PKC World Hunt?" I do not know. I asked that question yesterday, and I don't think of any. I can't think of any. Yeah. And Brody and Julia joining us once again. Hello there. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It is the big one. It is the PKC World Hunt. We are going to do our live updates here tonight. And then, of course, after this round, we will be out in the woods with the finalists. We went through this earlier. I've got Cookie, I've got Hooker, and I've got Echo. So far, I'm looking pretty good. Or no, I've got
No,
Doc.
Yeah, you
You've
got
got
Doc.
Echo.
I got Echo,
Yes.
Turk, and Playboy.
Yes. That's right. Those are my 3 picks. Mason's 3 picks. We'll see how all that turns out. We don't know yet. But it is a brisk evening out, but the winds died down. It's pretty nice out. Coons should be moving pretty good. We've got 2 2s and a 3. Um, Arguably, the 3 favorites are in the same cast.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that earlier. You got Blueberry Wine, Doc Holliday, and Wipeout Echo all in the same cast. You got to throw Cookie in there too. Cookie's probably one of the favorites, being a UKC world champion too.
Yeah.
But really the guys that are not as well known, but probably got just as good of dogs, obviously, or they wouldn't be here in the first place. You got Playboy, Turk, and of course Doug Hebner wins everywhere too. But I don't know a lot about Hooker.
I've hunted with her once,
Yeah.
and I won the cast, but that was just a fluke.
I was going to say something there, but you beat me to it. So
Yep.
we do have Hooker plus her up once again. She did have 225 pending. That puts her in a pretty good spot. Those dogs were cut right at 8 o'clock. We're 48 minutes into that cast. And Hooker is sitting at 325 right now, or 425 right now. She's in a good spot. She's at 175 is what Turk has. He's carrying that 75 strike. He has to have a coon off this to really stay in the ball game right now. And Turk, that's one thing I was going to mention. We asked about Turk earlier tonight, and I've had a couple people text me and let me know how he got his name and all that good stuff. And Nathan Tilson, he sent me Turk's pedigree and also gave me a little update on how he got his name. And he says his name came from a good friend of mine, Ron Turk, that passed away 3 years ago. He was a talker, and we all know guys like that. When you call and they are a talker, you visit with them and they are a talker. But he would talk on the phone for hours with him, and so someone would say that they talked to him that they were turking it up. He said he got turked up, and so that is how that dog got his name. He is the Georgia State PKC champion and UKC champion, and they said he hasn't really been pushed at all until the last 8 months.
Yeah, I drew him fall before last up here. He was pretty young at the time. I didn't realize that was the same dog earlier, but he's got to be a good pup, good young dog.
Well, when I talked to Coy, he's like, "Oh, he's just out of some local stuff, some farm stuff." Well, his dad's a gold champion.
I drew his dad up here a few years ago. John Harris was hunting him at some gun tree, like 4 singles, 25 and 100.
Yep. And his dad's a gold champion out of Double XL, which was off of Ballin' Rebel and Mile High Stylish Kate, which I'm not sure what she would be bred like. And then Hardwood Henry, Seaman female. And Sage's Cold Squirt, that is a dog, I believe that is off Nocturnal Sage, who was off of Skipper and Lexi. That was a litter mate to the guy in North Carolina's dog, one of the stud dogs there. So, and she's out of a Power Pack female. Of course, Power Pack out of Bark and Gander, one of the best reproducing females ever in Gander, and one of the reproducing males ever, with Bark. And a Trackman female. I got to throw that in because Kurt says we always give credit to everybody else but Trackman.
Zach Nolan will be turked up now.
Yep, there you go.
You're going to mention him, Trackman.
But she was out of Track Power Wilma, which was out of Power Pack, and a Trackman female. So she's a grandpup to Trackman, or great grandpup to Trackman, grandpup to Power Pack, and a great grandpup to Double XL, and Hardwood Henry, and a great great grandpup to Nocturnal Skipper. I got to throw that in there. One generation off there. Well, Seth, eventually the camera's going to go black and you'll just be able to hear us. So it'll be your dream come true. Boy, we got a lot of comments here. So that's good. I can't hardly read them all.
Got a little update. They did get blueberry wine treat in for 75. Doc parking right-handed. They're still headed to Echo and Blue.
Still headed to Echo and Blue. Then they must have been in there quite a ways for no longer than they returned loose.
Well, they said they they had to walk up a good ways before they could
Yeah.
ever hear them.
Well, that's right. Someone wants to know how Doc's bred too. That is all on the PKC deal. I need to look at that. Doc is out of. I know this. Do you know this?
I don't. Willie.
Yes. He's a litter mate to Little Lacey, if I remember right. I'll look that up right here while we. I know it's on ProHound somewhere. There it is. Da 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 da. Rackham Willie and a Trick Magic female. Trick Magic was off of Mill Creek Magic and Mill Creek Sky. And of course, Rackham Willie was out of Reason and a Trackman female, Gray's Stylish Page. You will see a Kurt, despite all the fun and that we poke at him, you will see Trackman females in a lot of pedigrees.
Oh yeah.
A lot of pedigrees. He bred a lot of females, and it seems like Trackman stuff crossed good on certain things. And when they did, they were big winners.
He said this week that he's bred 3 or 4 Trackman females to rat semen.
Mm-hmm.
No, vice versa. A few rat females to Trackman semen.
Yep.
Here lately.
He's got a pretty good Trackman young dog right now. That Iron Man, I think he's 18 months old. He's at the house. He hunted him here one night. He had 250 plus, but he didn't win his cast. And he's got some other Trackman stuff running around the house. One thing about Kurt, he's always got a whole yard full of Trackman stuff.
Mhm.
Zach, he will. Trackman will make the Hall of Fame. I have no doubt. Bill Stewart says Texas is watching. That's always good. Turk is still running. And Boo Boo Rivers is calling me right now.
He calls me every time I go live or something.
Someone call Boo Boo and tell him we're live right now and send him a link, because I'm guessing that's what he's wanting. Someone get a hold of Boo Boo Rivers for me.
Christy, if you're watching, she's in there texting me next room over. Echo struck for 100. Doc 75 with a line. Blueberry Wine 50 for the line. Tree Echo 125. Tree Blueberry Wine for 75.
Playboy has been struck. He's carrying 100, but he is struck, or he's treated for 225 as well. So Cookie's still running. They've actually just got to Playboy, and Playboy is plussed up. That puts him at 225 plus, and Snooky's Cookie at 200 plus, and she is still carrying that 75 strike. And so right now she's behind Tree Cookie. Probably a good move there by Shane. I think what he did there is wait until they started walking the minute. He treed Cookie, and Playboy is leash locked. So Cookie now has 200 pending there as well. That cast was turned loose at 8:22, so they still got about an hour left in that cast. Little less than an hour, actually. So they're going to make the walk to Cookie and see what they got. They've got 59 minutes left to go in Ricky Osborne's cast. That's right, because they did call timeout. I forgot about that. So they've still got an hour left to go in that cast. They turned loose initially at 8, and at 8:56, they still had an hour left to go. So it'll be 9:56 before that cast's over, as long as they don't call timeout again. Which that's a rare occasion.
Or UKC.
Yeah, they done very often that they call timeout and move different spots in a PKC hunt. But first time I've seen it that I remember, but it is a head-to-head cast. So who knows? Seth Baguette says Brandy make the Hall of Fame one day.
Don't get us started.
Sam Brown says, what happened to Kitty? Kitty got beat in the top 28?
Yeah, late last night.
Yeah, late
Turk got
last
him.
night. Turk got
Said
him.
his dog was treed, and he put it on Turk to beat him. Had a coon, but put it on Turk to.
Now, I'm not one to question Kitty, but why on earth would he
He's
do
always
that?
been more of a defensive player.
You want cards? Brandy didn't win a cast this week, Mason. I think she treated a coon or two, though. Maybe 2. What about your week? Your dog didn't look too bad according to scores.
No, he treated coons every cast. First night, treed 2 coons, and made another tree, got deleted. Tree pairing got 2. He just beat me, and then next night I drew. Who all I drew? I treed 3, had 475. They quit pretty early. Kyle Short, and I don't remember the other 2 guys. Had 475. They quit pretty early, and then go on late. We treed a coon each, and I just got out struck. So you treat coons. Treat coons every cast. He just needs low age.
Needs one more coon. She had a coon and a circle tree. Yep, coon and a circle tree. She's treed again now, though. Or no, she just had 1 coon. I'm sorry. It was Playboy that had coon and a circle tree.
I did have about 30 minutes to get another one treed. Just didn't get it done.
Stayed on the ground too much.
Nolan would come in the hotel room. I don't know what I was watching, but late at night, them little shows that come on when they're selling special coin. That would be on the TV. I'd be passed out. I told him I rounded up a 1954 $50.
Hooker has been struck in that cast for 25. Those dogs. Hooker or Turk's still carrying that 75. Hooker was struck for 25 after coming off her coon. So right now we've got Hooker at 425 plus, Turk at 175 plus. Turk is carrying 75, and Hooker is restruck for 25. And Ricky Osborne is typing again. We will see what he says. I'm guessing it's going to be Turk treed. He's been loose by himself for a while.
Got an update on cast 3 plus up echo both ways 225. Delete blueberry wine strike plus his tree, and still no word from Doc Holliday.
Still no word from Doc. He's treated a lot of coons this week. He's had good scores just about every cast. So who knows? Doc is my pick. Echo is the world's pick.
I am the world.
Uh-oh. Minus Hooker 25. Doug, apparently according to Ricky Osborne, struck a house dog.
Nerves got to
Yep, nerves got to him. Nerves got to him, I guess. Doug don't strike me as the kind of guy that gets too nervous.
Oh, he'll get wound up.
Really?
Yeah, Doug get wound up.
I've seen him in the finals of the $100,000 hunt. I've seen him in the finals of a truck hunt and stuff, and he was pretty calm throughout. But there was nothing, really high key going on.
Mm-hmm.
He was hunting. Can't remember what dog he was hunting at the truck hunt. It was down in Tennessee, down at your place. What was that dog's name? He sold
Sonic.
him. Yes.
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. They sold him not long after that. And then the little female that got killed is the one he was hunting down there in Louisiana.
6 broke on Doc. Dogs have been recut. Echo and blueberry wine have been recut.
So Doc is still trailing. Echo is at 225 plus.
That's not. They didn't want Echo back loose.
No.
Brett didn't.
No. They cast at 8:34, so they've still got an hour left to go in that. There's still a lot that can happen. But Echo, he's just been kind of sliding through. Scores haven't been super impressive, but that makes me nervous. If I'm going against Echo and he's had a couple bad casts where he just slid through,
He ain't gonna look bad 3 nights in a
no,
row.
he's not going to look bad very often. Jim Curtis says, "Is that house dog for sale?" It might be for the right price, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, we might be. I just got a text from Chris Allen, and he says that Randy Gadd's in the ICU at the Good Samaritan Hospital in Cincinnati.
I did see where he's in the hospital earlier. I didn't know what it's all about.
I wonder what's wrong with Randy. We'll send prayers out to Randy Gadd, of course, a good friend of this and all of coon hunting. Randy's been around a long time. What was that little jip he had? Yaya and a couple others. Didn't he have Yaya? He had one female that's in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't really know Randy prior to Black.
Yeah. No, Fade to Black, of course. Randy Gadd. So prayers sent to Randy Gadd, of course, for all of them. Yeah. Zach Harlow says Yaya. I thought that was it. So thanks for Chris Allen sending that in. Chris Allen, the man that gives anybody your phone number. We'll go through a quick rundown of the scores. Right now we have 225 plus for Playboy, along with 225 Circle. Snooky, she has 200 pending, and she is set at 200 plus. So this could put her in the lead. Right now, Playboy is leash locked on the way to Cookie. In cast 602, we got Turking It Up at 175 plus. He is carrying 75 strike. Tank's Best Hooker and Doug Hebner are at 200 with 225, or 200 on the first coon, 225 on the second coon. They're at 425, but they took 25 minus to give them a score of 400. So Turk is technically still 2 coons down, being struck for 75, but they've got a long ways to go in that cast. They have called timeout once. That cast wouldn't be over until 9:56, barring any other timeouts or anything like that going either. So
Exactly an hour left.
Yep.
Cast 3. Not much more has happened. 6 working on dock.
6 is still working on dock, but they have cut Echo loose.
Yeah.
And
reapplied-
Blueberry Wine.
Yeah, they have reapplied the 6 on dock. Nothing outside of them.
Well, one coon has won just about every cast Echo has been in so far. It may be the third one in a row that he does that.
Doubt that'll happen tonight. The weather's different. It is a little bright, a little warmer.
Yep.
The wind's not blowing. I think some coons will be treed tonight.
Harold Willman says Hillbilly Mac won the UKC and PKC World Hunt the same year. And that may be. I can't say yay or nay, but I'm guessing that does sound right.
Somebody else commented, Barry McEwen commented on my Facebook page. He said that.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Yep. Well, if Barry says it, the best barber in DeWitt, Arkansas, I believe it. And Harold Willman says it as well. It is probably the truth. So yes, a dog has won. Was that back in PCA days or that PKC? That'd been a long time ago. Hillbilly Mac, 1984.
I think it was an 80.
Yeah, I think it was in '84. Now that Jim Curtis just mentioned
No,
that.
what's his name? Green? Green? Rodney Green? Is he hunting one of them?
Gone Fishing Outdoors is a big hooker fan. Hook 'em hooker. He said it about 19 times.
I think that is Jesse Lancaster.
Is it?
Yeah. I can't remember how old he is. He's pretty young.
Well, the stationary right now is working on Turk, and it sounds like he's in the ground. Coy has went ahead and treated him. They ran the stationary on him for a while, and he is currently treed. So we will put Turk down for 125. That gives him 200 pending, but in the ground, that's a risky proposition.
Mm-hmm.
You never know if the dog's going to stay. You never know if he's going to get that coon pulled out before you get there and the 2 catch him. That is a disgusting feeling, walking to a dog that's treed in the ground. The 2 could catch him at any time. He could be broke from treeing in the ground or not like the tree in the ground like some dogs do. And then, you're Next thing you know, you're eating 125 minus too. But when that stationary is applied, a lot of times you ain't got no choice.
Right.
Is what it is. 45 minutes remain in cast one. We've got Playboy at 225, Circle, and Cookie at 400 plus. 200 plus 200 Circle. I missed where they circled Cookie's last tree. Yeah, so right now we've got 200 Circle on Cookie, 200 plus on Cookie, 225 plus on Playboy, 225 Circle on Playboy. They both treat a coon. They both treat a circle tree. And so far, Playboy has outstruck Cookie on both drops. And that cast, it was turned loose at 8:22. That's about an hour or about 45 minutes left to go in that cast. It's about halfway out or halfway done. So
Blue struck for 25. Six has been broke.
broke the 6 on Doc and struck for 25. You ought to be able to hear them dogs a long ways tonight. That has been a problem all week with this wind.
One thing about it, has been dry up here this week.
Yep. Has been dry. We got a little sprinkle last night at the clubhouse, but nobody that was hunting actually said they got anything. So hook 'em hooker. Christy is literally in the next room, and she's commenting on this and chewing us out. Typical woman stuff.
You can't pay attention to her.
Uh-oh. Just as we might have suspected, Turking It Up has been minus 125. Also, Playboy has been struck for 100 for the third time tonight. He's going to have to make a mistake for Cookie to catch up. If they go coon for coon, right now he's got a 50-point lead on her. Oliver Wine was treed for 75, but his strike was deleted. Echo shut him out, I believe.
Yep. Shut both of them out.
Yes. Shut them both out. Wine was there. Doc was not. But I'd rather be there than not.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, that 75 points keeps you within one coon of Echo, whereas right now, Doc's 2 coons down. So, yeah, I mean, we all want independent dogs, but every now and then out of the truck on something quick, it's good to get in on that. Definitely good to get in on that. Yeah, we're going to take a break here in about 3 or 4 minutes. Usually about every half hour, we'll take a 5-minute break. Billy Summerall hunted with Hillbilly Mac back in the day. That'd have been a long time ago.
84.
84. Dogs are so different back then. Is Playboy out of Frank or Tiny? Well, I'll tell you what. We're about to find out. Playboy is out of Frank. He is out of High Style and Frank, who, of course, is off of High Style and Tiny, which was off of Moose and Tree Talking Molly, and a bone collector female called Midnight Call Girl. And her mother was off. She was a dog of 1/1600 back then, so it's pretty hard to do at that time. Off of White River Tar Nailer and Hillbilly Pooh. Pooh is in the bear. Pooh. That is what Playboy is off of. I'm sure he was, Brad. Anything that wins a PKC World Hunt and a UKC World Hunt the same year was probably eating joy. Yeah, had to be. We do want to take a minute to speaking of joy, thank all our sponsors. Razor Hunting Gear, Elite Nutrition. Like I said, we forgot the Conky stuff, but obviously Conky's Outdoors, big supporters of all this, as well as Joy Dog Food, of course. We are here at the PKC World Hunt, and as always, I hope they're not listening to this. PKC's done a fantastic job this week. I don't want Shane and Christy and all them to get a big head or anything. But for the first spring world hunt, especially everybody here at the Salem Fairgrounds, everybody that does all the hard work, emptying the trash cans to all that other good stuff, all the grunt work, they do a fantastic job here. It's been a really good week. I know you think Mason's over here commenting to himself.
Yeah.
You got a YouTube channel, didn't even know it.
Yep.
That's got to be Tyler. Good to see Tyler on here paying attention. That's good.
I thought I bought the media rights to everything. He got me on that one.
What, Christy? PKC is the place to be. Christy is screaming that from the other room all the way across the hall. PKC is definitely the place to be, especially for the world hunt in Salem.
Get the rest. Be the
Yep.
best. Enjoy dog food.
That's right. That's right. Get your razor hunting gear from Conkey's Outdoors.
Yes.
I did see the new razor light.
I got one. He sent me one
Did
last
he?
week. I
Yeah.
like it.
No, I played around with it. We're there with Johnny. I told him when we get back, Conkey's supposed to have theirs next week. I know Wade was wanting one, and I was wanting one, so we're going to order a couple there from Conkey's Outdoors. Kill two birds with one stone that way. So yeah, that's the way to do it.
I plan on buying a couple shelf decorators.
My brother just texted me. He said that job's starting to get to Mason. You guys are starting to look like litter mates. I didn't know you was that handsome.
I used to like Jeremy.
Oh, back to business. Playboy has been struck for 100, which I already had that down. But Hooker has been struck for 25. Actually struck this time. It was not a house dog. By all accounts, it was actually Hooker. I'm not even going to read Seth Forget's comments. I've had about enough. If I could, Mason's going to whoop you, Seth. He done decided. He done told me.
Put him through one of these tables.
That's a compliment, Brad. That is a compliment for sure.
Now on.
Tyler says he sold you everything but the YouTube channel. That thing's getting ready to blow up. It's probably going to give him $20,000-$30,000 a month.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I used to like Jeremy.
I never did. You ain't got nothing over there from TJ?
6 on, 6 off.
6 on, 6 off. That Echo's going to get in there on one coon again, ain't he?
Yep.
Let's see. They turn loose at 8:34.
50 minutes.
Tick, 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 tick. Clock is ticking. All right. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We will be back on here at 9:20. I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, go to the restroom, all that good stuff. We'll be back. All right. Let's see what we got here. Ricky Osborne, he has got back with us. Turk has been treed, and he is back at the same hole. Hooker is through there, still a ways trailing, but they did get to Turk. Bad break there on that 125 minus because he's in the bottom of a den tree. Yeah, no, circle tree. They couldn't find it, so they went ahead and circled him up. And so that 125 minus that Turk took, say that 5 times real fast, was just because he was actually in the bottom of a den tree, which sucks. That is a bad break. As far as cast 1 with Playboy and Snooky's Cookie, we've got nothing. Playboy's still carrying that 100 strike. They have about 30 minutes remaining in that cast. And right now, it is 200 to 225. Still a tight ball game. It looks like, though, especially not getting plussed on that den tree, Doug Hefner's got to be feeling pretty good right now. You know, he's over there at 425, 400. I guess he took that 25 minus, and you've got Turk at 50 plus. He's cutting back into you. As long as the 6 don't catch him, you know, I don't know how much Hooker barks, but as long as the 6 doesn't catch her, Turk's going back in for 25, and he is 3 coons down.
She's a barker.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Hooker's still barking, they're going to recut Turk, and they're going to recut him 3 coons down. But she makes one mistake, and then all of a sudden it's 2 coons. You never know what could happen. There's still quite a bit of time left there, but that's tick, tick, tick. Clock's ticking. That's a big, big hill to climb for Cory Watson and Turk in that cast. What you got over there, Mason?
Same-o, same-o.
6 on, 6 off. I'll be darned. No shootout over there. Who's guiding that cast, Floyd?
Yep.
And that's usually pretty good hunting over there. I know Jim Frederick is guiding cast 2, and my favorite guide, Marlon Hanks, who I still say is the best guide in Salem, Illinois, is guiding cast 1. So far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coons treed between the 3 casts.
Christy, blueberry wine has been struck back in. No word from Echo.
Yeah, no word from Echo yet that we know of, anyway. Yeah, Hooker is still running. They walked Turk his minute, and they have turned him loose, so he's going in for a quarter. Doug probably pretty happy that he was not treed at that time. Hooker's just got to hold on for another half hour and not make any mistakes, and she's probably into the finals. If I was a betting man, that's the dog I would bet on right now, for sure. I see Ricky is typing again, so we'll see what he has to say. Ricky Osborne, who'd have thought he'd be a top play-by-play man?
That surprised me.
It does me too. Spec got beat last night late. We have right now 6 walkers and 1 wipeout blue tick. Someone asked earlier if blueberry wine is the winningest wipeout blue tick of all time.
Gotta be.
Gotta be. I don't think anything out of country and a wipeout female has bred or has won $90,000 or $85,000. So yeah, I'd say he's top notch. And he's still, how old is that dog?
3.
Yeah, I say he's just 3. He's not very old. We think he feels like he's been around a long time, but no, him and Jesse, they've done really well, and nearly $100,000 won as a 3-year-old. The stationary is working on Hooker. So yeah, Doug's probably going to let that run down as long as possible, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, best case scenario, which probably won't happen, is Turk go in there to her. You know, you can sit back and take a quarter on it, burn some time, play some defense. That was interesting. He was talking about Kitty, and he made Turk beat him the other night. And I'm not one to question Barry Kitty, but at this level, I hate trying to make you gotta think every dog has a coon.
Yeah, I'm putting it on the dog.
Yeah.
At home, maybe a little different, but when I'm up here, I'm putting it on the dog.
I mean, these dogs are so accurate anymore.
Yeah, but I'm sure he was thinking the weather, the wind,
Yeah.
the drop down cold.
Possible.
He's a lot smarter than I am, I guess. When it
Yeah.
comes to this,
I say when I win as much as Barry Kitty, I guess I can start flapping my gums about it.
but that's not a decision I'm going to make.
No, no, I wouldn't either. I always assume that dog has got a coon because I've walked to too many trees with coons in them.
Yeah.
You know, they just most of the time say it's a 50-50 shot, but it ain't 50-50. It's about 70-30 in these hunts.
Yep.
About 7 out of every 10 trees you walk to are going to have a coon in it.
Trio Doc, 200 pending.
So Doc has 200 pending. We also had Turk struck for 25, and the stationary is off hooker.
Mm.
So good call there by Doug Hebner not pulling the trigger there while that stationary was running. Would have cost him that 125 minus and possibly get Turk right back in this thing too. The 6 is also working on Playboy. He is the only dog struck. They took Cookie off her dentry, recut her. Playboy was struck for 100, and the 6 is working on him. So that is really our tightest cast now, unless Doc has this coon right here. That'll tighten that cast up quite a bit. But they're running out of time there too. By the time they get to Doc, there's going to be less than 30 minutes left to go in that cast. He's going to need to tree another coon without Echo treeing another. But also, you have Blueberry Wine sitting right there, still just one coon down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he trees a coon for 150. That puts him at 225. He would have the tiebreaker. And so, yeah, still a tight ball game there.
Yeah, Echo needs one more, and I'd say that would finish that one.
Hey, Seth, I'm just letting you know that while we had the mic off and we were taking a little break, Mason said that he was going to whoop you. He said next time he sees you, the fight is on. He don't care how many MMA fights you had or any of that stuff. He said so go ahead and let him have it. When you see him, just go ahead and let him have it. Just warning you, since we're friends. He's 0-1. He lost to Michael Ward, but he's looking for some redemption.
Or jump on my back when I wasn't looking.
That's what they all say. We have picture evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Picture proof. Picture proof.
Yeah. Photoshop.
Let's go through. Let's see what else I got here. I wanted to go through. We were talking about the breeders on this. I was seeing if they were on. I do not see them. No, all I see is the owners. I do not see the breeders on this. But I do know that hooker.
Breeder should be at the top right. I think.
Johnny Hamilton
On Hooker?
on hooker.
Gotta be right.
Yep.
Fruit juice?
Yep. And of course, Fruit Juice, well-known reproducer, Shane Foltz. Dog there. She was out of Secret Agent Man and Foltz's Tinsman, Hustlin' Haiti, who was out of Coon Waxer. So you got Johnny Hamilton as the breeder on Hooker. On Wipeout Echo, of course, we got Heath Getter. And he is off at Clayton and Little Bit, of course.
I had his mom at one time when she was about 8 months old.
Yeah.
Ward hunted her for a little while. Then a guy around Coleman, Alabama had her. Then she got sent to Heath.
Yeah.
I think she was off of maybe Rankish Cotton and Gander. Is that right?
I think so.
I don't know if it shows.
Little Bit was off of, Cotton Hill and Gander. And Cotton Hill is off of Stylish Harry. Of course, Gander out of Rat and Raccoon Valley Queen. How old is Playboy? Playboy is, what is he, 4? 5? I guess I can look on the card instead of right there. Oh, no, heavens. He will be 8 in November. Wow. Dog's got some age on him. He is a platinum champion, $21,000 won. But yeah, he's 7 years old. He will be 8 in November. It looks like November 1st. In Turk's cast, Turk is at 50 plus right now. Hooker is at 400 plus. But Turk has been treed for 125. So that'll put him. If Shane could make any more noise, that would just be great. Yeah, he says he's working, but he's not.
Being one of those poles over his head.
They say you need to talk louder, by the way.
I got one level. This is it. I can't yell.
There. How's that?
Not everybody's mouth is as large as Josh's.
Well, I also know that I know the mic. The mic is a noise canceling mic, and for very good reason, because Shane's over there banging pots and pans together, or whatever it is he's doing, making all kinds of racket. The folks can't hear it.
They have arrived. Doc Holiday, Shine Time has been working, and plus him up immediately. 200.
For Doc?
Yep.
There's Christy screaming. Logan Dutton says, "Get it together, Shane." I agree. Uh-oh. The 6 has caught Playboy.
Oh,
We have a lead change in cast 1. That puts Playboy at 125 plus. Snooky's Cookie, who is not struck, at 200 plus. They have about 20 minutes left to go in that cast. Seth Burkett says that Mike ain't canceling out Christy. No, we need some earmuffs around this place. So yeah, other than that, casts are kind of slowing down. There's not a whole lot going on. Bo Grove says Shane and Cookie are back in the driver's seat. Cookie at 200 plus, Playboy at 125 plus.
that's a kick in the gut.
That is a kick in the gut. And play what, that hurts when that dog barks at 6:05. 6 minute catch them, take 100 minus, and then open right after that. Trader stuff. As a guy that hunted trader stuff for a long time, I know how that feels. You'd have to worry. That 6, that was in the back of your mind a lot with them dogs because they were so silent. Yeah, Christy does have a point. I just chewed her out for mumbling. Now she's screaming. Remember what we was going to call her when she started talking loud?
Find a happy medium.
Yes, find a happy medium. Oh, where was we with the breeders? We'll look back into that. Umbarger or Lively, of course. Oh, Umbarger or Lively with Playboy. So yeah, of course, being out of Frank, so Jesse Lively, part of that with Playboy. Still owns half of him, I guess. Hughes or Lively. With Turk, it was Josh Sparks. Of course, Turk being out of Top Gun in Wilma. We already talked about that. And then Hooker, Johnny Hamilton. Echo, Heath Gedder. Jared Miller with Doc Holiday. He's the one who made the Tree Jam and Holly and Gray's Rackham Willie. Is Willie the best dog out of reason? About got to be.
They're hunting with him. Is Profit out of reason?
I think Prophet was out of reason. Old Prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Little Prophet was, of course, out of Old Prophet.
Profit was a good one.
Yeah. Yep. And
All
then
that stuff come from C.J. Thomas.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Little Prophet, C.J. Thomas hunted. I know that.
No, I think Reason did too.
Really?
I know. Yeah, I know he did. That's as good as Dogman there is in
Yep.
this country.
He's got some rough hunting out there too, where he's at in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Very rough hunting. When you look at Snooky's Cookie, it is Tommy Little was the breeder there. And of course she is out of Cuz and Snooky. Snooky, of course, out of Gold Champion and UKC World Champion Mr. Clean, and Platinum Champion Ward Mountain Misty.
That's the one Brandon Cosman had, correct?
Yes. Snooky, Brandon Cosman had. And then I don't know about Misty. I don't know if that was a Cosman dog or not either.
I'm not sure.
But she is out of a dog called Wheat Ridge Frankie that I've never heard of, and a female called Bad Little Girl. Now, Frankie was nearly a silver champion back in the day when it was very hard to make silver champion. And then Blueberry Wine out of Crossed Up Bo Derek, which was out of Bo Cephas, and Cedar Creek's Blue Joy. And the top side of that says unknown, 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 unknown. There are 7 unknowns.
Timmy Waters had Misty. The Southern Ohio dog.
Yeah.
Just talking about Cookie a minute ago.
Crossed Up Kennel is the breeder there. Stationary's running on Cookie. So I'm guessing, and Cookie does do that. The 6 was working on Playboy after he was restruck in, and I'm guessing Cookie just fell tree. I did see her do that down in Texas a few times, either pleasure hunting. I believe she done it twice in the super hunt. And so yeah, Cookie has fallen tree. She's got the stationary running on her. So I'm guessing she is struck for 75. That part was not in there, but I'm just going to guess that is the case. Billy Smith, Wipeout Ace. I tried to call Tyler today about that situation. Cookie has been treed. He says 175, but I'm guessing it is 200. I don't know how she could get struck for 50.
You can't.
In a 2-dog cast. But yeah, Cookie has been treed. They got a long walk ahead of them, Bo Grove says. And so we will kill that time talking about Wipeout Ace and what happened to him here. And I don't know how much Tyler wants us to share or anything like that. Coy Sullivan says Misty was Timothy Waters' dog. So yeah, that makes sense. But our condolences to Tyler Wobble. He lost Ace this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was they were hunting. I'm just going to go through because I don't know every detail. I haven't talked to Tyler yet. I did try to call him tonight. But that dog was taken off a tree by a homeowner, landowner, where they did have permission to hunt. They had plenty of permission to be in there. And it was put in that owner's garage. When they tried to retrieve the dog, the owner said he did not have it. The owner even walked around and said that he did not have the dog multiple times on multiple occasions. This is the story I'm getting. And by the time law enforcement and everybody got there and retrieved the dog out of the garage, they put the dog up. He ended up losing the cast, but he had got into something in that garage, whether it had been antifreeze or rat poison or something. But the vet, from my understanding, did say poison, and Ace passed away this morning. And so it is a terrible, terrible situation, and it is. We run all kinds of risks when we turn these dogs loose.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, it's automobile strikes, collar malfunction, dog gets lost. Dogs fall out of trees. We see some of the greats that have been lost in the last few years. Laura Lee and Melvin, and some of those. But you don't ever plan on something like that happened to Tyler. That is a terrible, terrible deal, and a dog that has done a lot of winning.
Yeah.
Dog.
Good dog.
Yeah. Platinum champion and then some. And our condolences to Tyler. Tyler, if you are watching this, reach out. I did call your number tonight. If you see that crazy 660 number from Missouri, that was me. Don't do it now, of course, but sometime tomorrow, I would like to talk to you about that because that is definitely an unfortunate situation.
I couldn't imagine in his situation. There's some dogs that probably wouldn't bother me as much, like the dog I have
No,
now.
if that was Brandy, I just went home.
Yeah. Just the dog I got now. I don't even want one of the things what would go through my mind. Would not be good. I know
No.
that.
No. Jake Renninger said Cookie's mom Snooky wasn't the same one that Castleman had.
Oh.
That's news to me.
She was also.
That don't because she was off Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Are you sure, Jake? I'm pretty sure that's the one Castleman had. So I know Castleman's was off of Clean, unless there were two Snookies off Mr. Clean.
Yeah. She was a black and white dog, like most of the Mr. Clean
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah. Now I never got to hunt with Snooky, but by all accounts, and if Brandon was packing her around, she was probably a pretty good one. No, it wasn't, because this Snooky only had $594 once.
Well,
And I do believe Castleman just texted me. It's not the same Snooky, a different Snooky bitch that was also off Mr. Clean. What are the odds of that? Yeah, Eric Emery says different Snooky. Jake, I'm sorry we doubted you.
yep.
I just assumed this entire time she was off Castleman Snooky. We have a winner. Guess who it is?
Hooker.
I am 1 for 1 so far. Congratulations to Doug Hebner. Turk has withdrawn. Coy has had enough. And first of all, congratulations to Coy. Heck of a run.
Heck of a young man.
Yeah, good dude. Great dog. I'm happy as heck for him being here. And that dog's still young. He's got a long future ahead of him. But Doug Hebner and Hooker are your winners there. That will be our first finalist in the PKC World Championship. Cool. Doug Hebner and Hooker, congratulations. And thank you to Ricky Osborne for sending us the play-by-play, of course. We're going to have some downtime here because they still got a long walk to Cookie. Let's see. They have about 10 minutes, 9 minutes left to go in that cast.
20 minutes left in cast 3. Echo 225. Doc Holiday 200. Blueberry Wine 75.
Yep.
6 on, 6 off. What TJ says.
Everybody's still a coon away.
Yep.
Echo could tree a coon, seal it up. Doc or Blueberry Wine could either tree a coon and win the thing. Coy Solson's Hooker and Echo will win the cast and make the final 4.
There's only
He's
3.
1 out of 2.
It's only final 3, Coy.
Yeah, it is a final 3. 4th place gets 0. Cole Snyder says he hunted Ward Mountain Misty. That name does sound familiar. I never was around her. Yeah. Cookie has this coon that seals it up pretty much. That makes it a done deal. Cookie's slick right here. Playboy is back in the ball game. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I've never made it to the top 7. But 1 cast away, I don't know. That'd be a tough loss to take. You were right there. I mean, just right there.
Yeah.
But I've no doubt that they will be back. That's a young dog. Them are good hunters, good dog men. And that dog's looked good all week. You know, it ain't like it was just a one-hit wonder deal.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs look pretty good all week. And I'm hoping, we're so close, I'm hoping this camera holds out. Don't go black on us. We're getting closer by the minute.
Oh, 6 is caught blue.
Is that he was the only one struck?
Yep. 25. Doc's been recasted. Strike's back open.
They are still walking to Cookie. Like I said, 8:22 on that cast. So, yeah, it is getting close to being over. Boy Sullivan says he's made it 3 times. It's tough. I don't care what you hunt. It is hard to make the finals. Agreed. It's hard to get in. It's hard to double up out here in Salem.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
That's one that's won it. He won it with $1,000 bill. Got
Yep.
second with American Express, and I think he got second with Bill again. He can.
I think he got third or fourth with Bill.
Okay, I know he won it with Bill.
What'd you get the second time you got in the finals with Bill, or the first time, Coy? Let us know. I'm pretty sure he got in twice with Bill.
I think he did. I know he got second with American Express.
Yeah. That was speaking of dogs that were gone too early. American Express. What, he was 5 years old, I think.
He wasn't. I don't even think he was
Wasn't even that old.
I don't think so. I think he was like 3.
Yeah,
He'll
knew
know,
he
but
wasn't very old. I remember they said he was getting ready to get collected too.
Yeah, and he's and for his age, he's done well in the stud pen.
Yeah.
There's been some good ones off of him.
Good dogs. 6 minutes left in that cast with Cookie and Playboy. So Cookie's tree is going to pretty much decide. What do you do here? Say you're almost to Cookie's tree. There's about 3 or 4 minutes left, and Playboy comes tree.
I'm treating him.
You got to. If Cookie's got a den, you got a coon, you win. Cookie's got a slick, you got a slick, you lose.
You better treat him.
Yeah. Yep, I would too. You got to count on Cookie having a coon. But Cookie didn't get in till Thursday night.
Yeah.
She's got to be worn out. I was talking to Mark Gilmore today. I seen him this morning. He was just getting ready to leave. There's Clyde hunted 9 rounds.
That's a good dog.
That is a good dog. That is a good dog. He said he got in the ground last night and it cost him. Brad Crum, as far as the squirrel hunts go, there'll be a lot more updates next week whenever we get done with this. Final 6 with Bill. American Express got second. Boy says the world hunt is the easiest big hunt to win. Maybe for you, Coy.
People like Kitty and the Jacksons and
Yep.
and say otherwise.
That's right. Nationals is tough.
But you got guys like him that's always in the mix in the final 6 and in the
Yep.
finals, and you got guys that I would consider some of the best that's never been there.
Yep. Yep. But you guys, you look at Krausen and Yant. Yant's never won a world hunt.
Nope.
Won everything else. Multiple super stakes, national championship, multiple pro hunts. Never won a world hunt. That is true. There's guys come that just give their dog a chance, not planning to win. Maybe just hoping to double up or something like that. That's not the case with nationals.
Nope.
Everybody that goes to nationals, or one of the toughest hunts, especially back in the day, was the PKC truck hunt. You think that's a one and done hunt.
Mm-hmm.
All them dogs at one time were complete winners. It was tough to get a truck ticket, 15, 20 years ago. And you go down there and lose one cast. Everybody that went down there was planning on bringing home a new truck. They wasn't just trying to win a cast here and there, maybe get lucky and double up. So, yeah, it's still hard. Definitely difficult. But I see where Coy's coming from.
They got the final 6 one year. He won it the next year and got second with Express.
Yep. Ingles got 2 PKC World Hunt. Fighting side.
He did. Joe Gross was hunting.
Joe Gross was hunting fighting side. That's right.
He's won the UKC twice.
Yep.
The CHKC once.
Yep.
He may have won the CHKC twice. What did Mason win? I think
Moon or Dark won the CHKC World. I know,
but Mason did too.
I didn't know Mason did. Yeah, it was the year Trader got in the Final Four, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Mason.
I think it was the very first year they had it. They guaranteed 40,000.
Yeah, I think Trader was in that Final Four too, if I remember right. That was where Trader missed the coon by a tree, and other people. I'm not going to name names. Other people on the cast were trying to get Joe to move him.
Wow. Yeah, I think he's won that twice. I know he's won the UKC twice. One with rodeo, one with I can't remember if it was Annie or Gabby. One of Beller's dogs.
Gabby, I think.
And then, yep. So he's won 4.
Has Strickland won a World Hunt?
Mm-mm.
There you go.
Is Judas watching?
Oh yeah, can't be the GOAT without a PKC World Championship. He got country in the top 6. Something else got in the top 6. There was a dog with his name on it that won a World Hunt, PKC World Hunt.
Rat.
Yes, Triple Creek Rat. Was Sluggo handling him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sluggo was handling him.
I know he's got second nationals twice.
Yep. Yes, I knew Dark won the CHKC World. The hunt is over. They are almost to Cookie to score that tree. We are definitely going to sit on here until they get Cookie scored.
Roughly 2 minutes left in this other cast.
We're wrapping them up. No, I didn't think Strick had ever won a World Hunt. You look at some of the greats. I mean, just absolute greats. Some of the best dogs on the planet have not won a World Hunt.
Yeah.
Ruby never won a World Hunt. Ruby never won Super State. Nobody's doubting what kind of dog she is.
Right. Meltdown.
Meltdown never won a World Hunt.
Topper.
Yep. You name it.
Hard Rock.
There is a bunch of them that were just
Moose.
Yep. Hard to beat at any time and still did not win a world championship. Colin Gray scores as they sit now. They are getting to Cookie's tree right now, and that is going to decide this cast. If Cookie has a coon, she wins. If she has a circle tree, she wins. If she has a den or a minus tree, she loses to Playboy. Doug Hevner is already in with Hooker. He was your winner over Turk. And right now, it is still technically anybody's ball game in cast 3, but Echo has the lead. Doc is still 1 tree away, but that 25 minus that Blueberry Wine took, that probably put him out of it. Would be my guess. Well, you got 6 minutes left to go in that cast.
I'm sorry, 10.
It's, yeah,
8:34. So it'd be
10 minutes. 10 minutes left to go in that cast. Coy says Echo's going to win it. And it's very possible.
I've always liked that dog. I've always been a big fan of that dog.
Yeah, Mason and Dark both won the CHKC World. Rube just texted me and said it is Gabby AKC, Dark CHKC, Mason CHKC, Rodeo UKC. Did he not win a PKC World Championship?
No, he owned part of Fighting
I know he owned a, but wasn't there another dog?
Nope.
Huh. And Joe was handling Fighting Side. Yep.
2006 or 7.
Yeah, 9 or 10, I think. What year Dawson win it? He won it in 2012. Yeah.
I was staying with Tim Tucker. He got second in it, and I got in the final 6 of the Youth World that year.
Yep.
Rodeo also
Yeah,
in 2020. Rodeo also got in the final 6 of the PKC World.
In what year?
2020.
Yes.
Same year.
I was there when he got in the late round. When he
got
in.
Yeah, same year. Big country.
Yes. That was the year we had like 1,300, 1,400 entries or something like that. Crazy.
Yep. COVID year.
Yep. I do remember. I remember the night he got in the final, or got in. It was a Wednesday night when he got in because I drew him in late. I think that was it was something Bella. He got in the finals at the end, but didn't win. Chris Allen says.
Is that Mark Rubel?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's my buddy.
I assume. Put his name in as Rube.
I'd say.
Pretty sure it is. He remembered my number and sent me a text. Got some good info off of him, so that's good. All right. We have our second finalist. It is Ocean's Drive's Snooky's Cookie. She is your winner. Her last tree did have a coon in it. That puts her at 400 plus, a winner over James Hughes and Playboy. Congratulations to Shane Groves and the Davenport crew. Snooky is moving on, and I am 2 for 2. I'll be 3 for 3 if I can get that damn dog of Brett's to tree a coon in these last 10 minutes.
It gives Cookie a 33% chance to be back at the Super Hunt again next year.
Yes. Could be Doug Hebner. It also gives Echo a chance to repeat at the Super Hunt.
Yep.
That'll be your other Super Hunt contestant as well.
Yep. Say we move the Super Hunt to Vicksburg in August.
I'm good. No, Eric, we've decided that Joe Gross was the handler for. Oh, the outsider. Yeah.
No, Tyler Young was on the outsider.
Was he? Okay. Tyler Young.
Outsider was off fighting side.
Yes, he was off fighting side. And they studded outsider for a while, and he just threw a bunch of weirdo dogs, I think.
Yeah. Which Ingles told me this himself. That's why they pulled fight side back out.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't making it in the stud pen.
Yeah.
And that's what got him killed. Got him run over.
Yeah. Well, Snooky has a chance to be. We have verified, like Landon just said, that Hillbilly Mac was the PCA world champion and UKC world champion.
Yep, Gravy Smith.
And then, but now that it's PKC, which we all know it's the same organization, Snooky has a chance to do both. We have Landon, we had Doug Hebner, and Hooker are your first cast winners. We are just waiting on see what happens in cast 603.
Roughly 4.5 minutes left.
4.5 minutes left to go. If nobody makes a tree, it will be Echo.
Doc struck for 100.
Rube says Mason's a good dude. Hope to see him soon. And I always liked him until he sent me that text message. Now I wonder about his decision-making capabilities.
That says a lot about you. Me too, Rube. Me too.
So, nope, one cast left. Will it be Echo or will it be Doc? I don't think it's going to be Blueberry Wine. Unless there's some 6 running or something like that crazy where he can get in for 100 and 125.
Can't. Less than 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Doc just struck for 100.
So Doc just struck for 100.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess that the strike was open.
Yep.
Doc has 4 minutes. 4 minutes to get treed. You treeing him running? Hoping for the best.
I tree mine running.
You tree one. You tree yours running when you're in the lead.
TJ's typing. Uh-oh. What's going on?
Nothing.
Doc tree 225.
Uh-oh. This could be it. Oh, Stacey or Christy's about to have a meltdown in there. Where is Echo?
Gone.
Where is Echo? Doc has this True. The Doc has this coon, and Echo does not get treed here in the last 3 minutes.
It was a short track.
That's always a good sign. Very good sign. Didn't say.
Mm.
Says he's a mile, Christy says. Well, we're going to have a while to wait. About time for another break. Christy has zero faith. I think she's always bragging about how good Doc is and how Brett can't win with him. Yeah, because she told me she told me that she said something nice to me today, so I knew she was lying. I can't remember what it was now. She asked if I was okay when I banged my head against the wheel. I'm like, well, you don't care if I'm okay or not. Why would you even ask? About 3 minutes left now, Coy. Echo has about 3 minutes to get treed.
Should be less than 2.
2 or a minute and a half now, if they turn loose right at 8:34. So we're definitely going to sit here until this cast ends, and then we will take a quick break and then come back and see how this tree is scored. Right now we have 200 plus for Doc with 225 pending and 225 for Echo. Now, if Echo does get treed, it's a dead nuts tie, and they go into sudden death. If Doc has a coon and Echo has a coon, they will both have the exact same scores. There's Shane Green. Hey, Shane. Good to see you on here, buddy.
I have to pull all the weight over here. Thanks, Shane.
So I don't know. Tick, tick, tick. About 30 seconds left. Echo has to get treed in the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, if Doc has a coon right here, he is your winner. Who knows? There's a guy that's knocked on the door at some major events too, Brett Denny.
Yeah.
He's been real close a few times.
He got third the year I judged it
Yep.
in 22.
Yep. Month's over, according to my watch.
I told TJ to text me once it's over, so
Yep.
it should be any second.
That's got to be a nerve-wracking walk. The Doc. I mean, a nerve-wracking, because we've all seen, you know, it's a fluke deal where coons bail or something crazy. You know, I would be dead sprint to that dog. Dead sprint.
Hunt is over. Headed to Doc.
All right.
Never got Echo heard.
This is it. Doc has this coon. He will be your other finalist, and I will be 3 for 3. I should take part in the Coonhound Calcutta. I'd make millions. If anybody hasn't looked at that, get hold of Wes Hamilton. They're probably going to Calcutta the final 3. I'm guessing. I don't know how it works all the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jonathan, you can definitely say that. I've been out here since Monday. You got here Tuesday?
Yep.
Been a long week, but we've had a good time. I didn't hunt all week, so I've had a better time than Mason. I was this close on Thursday. And then I realized that my dog's 10 years old and been hunted 3 times in the last month.
I want to rock him $300.
There you go. Only cost you what, 900 to do it?
Yeah. Well, I use that 300 for my free entry Thursday,
Yeah.
so 600.
That's usually the way it works.
Cost me 300. My partner 300.
But he's a young dog. Super stakes will be the true measure right then. That's always the measure of them young dogs. At least they're competing against dogs their age.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big difference.
The dog that put me out, he did get in the top 28 and he's 5-year-old. So.
Yeah. Yep.
But I still should have treed a second coon.
Yeah. 30 minutes of downtime and an hour and a half cast is too much.
Yeah.
But a lot of that comes with age. You ready to take a break?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break. Give us, I don't know, 8 or 9 minutes. It's going to be a long time before they get back to that tree. Roger Young says Echo's probably in Canada by now. He might be Mexico. I don't know if he's north or south. Either other way, he's going to have to hit some water eventually. So we'll see. We'll be back in about, let's call it 10:15. We'll be back and we'll let you know exactly what's going on. All right, folks. Still no word. Still no word from the final tree of the night. Mason's in there eating a cheeseburger. Hard to find good help these days. But no, as of right now, we don't know whether Doc has a coon or not. You got to feel pretty good if you're Brett. Dog through there a mile running a short track, coming treed. But who knows? It could be a den. It could be a slick. Dog could move. My brother once told me that there's a million different things that can happen when you tree a dog, and only one of them's good. So we'll see. I still see Mason in there walking around. I don't think he's got anything as far as updates come yet. I am still going through these pedigrees, and I was trying to figure out what dog is in most of them in the top 7. And I think it is Trackman with 2. Rat is in 1. I agree, Shane. All they can do is give you a chance. Moose is in 2 pedigrees too. Trackman and Moose. Those are the 2 hounds that show up the most in the pedigrees of the final 7. And by Moose, of course, we mean Wipeout Zach. Yeah, handlers. You get into the finals, there's not a whole lot of fat dudes in there. Let's be honest. And if they were on Monday, they're usually not by Saturday. You figure, but these are just 90-minute casts. That makes a huge difference. There is a leash lock, and you can go to your own dog. So comparably, you can get through a PKC 90-minute cast. I keep track of all the miles every time I'm in one of the Final Fours or something like that, or any cast, even if I'm hunting, judging, or whatever. And 4 miles is tops most of the time for PKC. You can get in some extra walks in PKC in a 90-minute cast. I think the most I've done in a pro sport cast was almost 8. And 5 is very common. 5.5 is very common. No leash lock, 2 hours. It makes a big difference not being able and cast staying together. Everybody walks to every single tree. So yeah. But yeah, throughout the week, you hunt early, you hunt late. Nobody sleeps good in a hotel. At least I don't. Had the camper this week, so I slept pretty good. But it's you're away from home, you're away from your own bed. You hunt early, late a few nights. You're beat by Saturday. Some of these guys stay at Applebee's about 4 hours too long. Might as well have hunted a late round. So yeah, you're in trouble by Saturday. What you got? Thanks, Shane. Breaking news: Doc is treed. Shane says. I don't know where he just showed up from. Nothing yet, Mason. Uh-oh. They are stopping and putting the 2 on Doc off and on. That is not a good sign because Doc is a good tree dog. I don't recall him ever making a tree where I had to stop and put a 2 on him or anybody had to stop and put a 2 on him when I've hunted with him. Have you?
No.
So I don't know. We will see. If Doc gets minused, if Doc doesn't have a coon, it will be Wipeout Echo. Not that I have anything against Scott or anything, but I really hope Doc wins this so I can go 3 for 3. I know that's selfish of me. 2 out of 3 still better than you, I guess. We'll see.
What are them weird drinks you keep drinking?
They're Olippops. They're good. Good for you. Stacy got me.
Can't be any better
Hooked
than
on 'em.
this right here.
No, probably not. Prebiotics, botanicals, good for digestion. You name it. No sugar. Good for you.
Anyways,
Put a little thyroid in there. Off you go.
there you go.
No, Laura, but it is wintertime. My hair's long.
Don't get me started on the hair.
My hair is long. But as soon as it gets hot, I always cut it.
It's not.
Come on, boys. It's going to take forever if you stop and put the 2 on that dog every 2 minutes, every 2 seconds. How far they got left?
That's what I was asking.
It surely won't be too long.
It must not have great service. It's taking a minute to
Yeah.
deliver.
TJ's got to take about 3 extra steps for everybody out there, too. Trackman got in the top 6 of the World Hunt one year. No,
We got the
he got in the
finals.
finals. He got 4th one year. Yeah, he got 4th in the finals. He got in the finals one year. If I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got close. Real close.
We up to 783. Is that what's active now?
Yep.
Wow.
Had over 800 there for a while. Somebody wants to tell them about the thyroid. Tell you what you can do is you can go to tryelitenutrition.com and you can look at all their good products. The thyroid is one of their most popular. Good place to look right there on the website. They've got all the information for you. Ashley McGuire says he got 3rd the year fighting side one.
Okay.
That makes sense. But yeah, tryelitenutrition.com if you guys are worried about the thyroid. Conkeysoutdoors.com for conky stuff. And then as far as razor hunting gear, all that stuff's on Facebook. You can get all your razor stuff from multiple dealers. Got any questions? Get a hold of Johnny. Good guy, good supporter of the program, as well as your podcast. And Conkeys is your podcast too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Coon Hunt University.
Yep. You're not University as well. So
They've been with me thick and thin.
Yep. Nope. Good bunch of guys there at all those organizations. And then joydogfood.com. They got everything you need. Dealer locator, that's important, isn't it?
Yes, please use that.
Yes.
Please use the dealer locator.
Go to joydogfood.com. Right down there at the bottom of the page says dealer locator. Because myself and Mason get approximately 35, 40 messages a day wondering where can I get Joy Dog Food, and that is your best resource right there. Is the dealer locator on joydogfood.com. Zachary says our audio is messing up, but I don't know. That's probably just his phone. Everybody else here is okay?
Yeah, I think the year fighting side won. It was him. That's Gonna Hurt. And Trackman. I don't know if it was a Final 4 or Final
Might
3.
have been a Final 3.
They
Everybody
found-
else says sounds great. Zach Reeves, you need to check your whatever you're listening on. Everybody else here's is good.
I think they found That's Gonna Hurt like 7 miles away after the cast.
That's a long ways.
Yeah.
Echo did that one night down in Texas. Tank did that one night down in Texas. He was a long ways away. Over 4 miles, I think, from where we turned him loose. Or right at 4 miles. Ty Anderson had a dog. If anybody's on here knows that old dog. Yes. Happy Cow, Welch, Oklahoma. That's one of our best dealers. Fantastic dealer down there in Welch. Gosh dang, I cannot. Jerry was that dog's name. We turned him loose one night, and I don't know how many miles he got. But gee whiz. I've never seen just a straight line, straight down the creek for like 6.5 miles. We caught him crossing a hard top road up there. There, Chad Spencer. That's right, Jerry. Zachary's sending me videos. I can't watch a video while I'm on the live stream, Zach. Come on. It's your equipment. Everybody else says it sounds good. Zach did a good job out here with Josie this week. He got close with 10. Lost on that tiebreaker. Yeah, Jerry was he didn't just trail up pins very often.
No, I'm not moving like that.
No, that was when Survivor was just a baby. Survivor was probably, I think he was just 5 or 6 months old.
He's the one that owns Dice now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I met
Dice
him.
is out of Survivor.
I met him this week. That's a
Yep.
good dude.
Yep. Nope. Dice is a good dude. Yep. Dice is a Grand Pup Trader. He's out of Survivor, and that female that psycho female. Gosh dang it. Reggie Ramsey had. They bred
Valley
her.
Queen.
Yeah.
Psycho. No, Valley Creek Psycho.
Something like that, yeah. Jed had bought her off Reggie, I think, and bred her to Trader, and she ended up killing all but one pup or something, and that was Survivor. Won the Trader pup hunt twice. Once with Ashley Hopkins, once with Ty hunting. Got in the top 18 or 19 in the world hunt one year, I think. Pretty good dog himself. Had a crazy tree mouth. His tree mouth drive you absolutely nuts. I wanted to put my eardrums out with a screwdriver, but he was a coon tree machine. Micah, you should have heard Survivor if you thought Psycho had a unique mouth. Yeah, that's what Ty said too, Chad. Jerry was like that young. Said he was always way through the world. Yeah, Ty he hunted Bella for a while. I think he's the one who made her a grand. I know I didn't. I think he's the one who granted Bella out.
I'm gonna try to call TJ. Phone a friend.
He'll surely get back as soon as we find out. You guys got to give us something to talk about because we're dying over here waiting on this. I think Christy is too. I don't even know what that is, Colin. That's a Facebook thing. You guys, that's a Southern thing.
No. That started out something else, and I took it and run with it. And it's just kind of been an inside joke from an old Facebook page for quite a few years.
You're gonna have to explain it to me because I see it on Facebook all the time.
What was it? There's this guy who was selling a dog on Facebook. Somebody commented on there and said, "Is that a long or a short tree dog?" And it just kind of went viral. So being the smart aleck that I am, I'd get on there and say something about, is it long tree or short tree? And it just kind of stuck.
Was the guy talking about the mouth, I assume, whether it's a ball or a chop?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Long tree or short tree. So
that's a mystery that will never, ever get answered.
So actually, on a couple of dogs that I've had, I put me and Scout, my buddy Scout Key has one. His name's Comanche. His registered name's Long Tree Comanche.
Curtis Todd wants to know how many Elite Handler Series hunters have won a world hunt. I don't know. We got 46 hunters on the roster.
Take the top. Who's on the top 10?
Krausen has won one. Weed has not won one. Billy Bell.
We got the final 6.
Strickland. Nope. Yant. Nope. Bobby Burden.
Yep.
Zach Burden.
Yep.
Lane Denny.
Yep.
Who am I missing out of the top 10? Kevin Cable. Yep. I'm missing one of the top 10 guys. Someone go to the EHS world or EHS.com, EliteHandleSeries.com, and let me know who my top 10 is.
Is Mark in the
Mark
Gilmore?
No, Mark ain't. The Mark didn't make the top 10 yet. He's knocking on the door after his win over Joe Manning, which Joe Manning's won a World Hunt. He's on the roster.
Jeremy Michaelis?
He has not won a World Hunt. Zach and Bobby are both. Yeah, I've already named all them off. Billy Bell, Dual Murphy, Ryan Krause, and Ingles the only other one.
Bill Murphy's one we didn't.
Yep, Ingles won a World Hunt.
Billy Bell's up top, I guess, because of
Strickland's number one. Billy Bell's the number one contender right now. We've got Yant and Croson scheduled here pretty quick, and that will, once we get Dual Murphy and Kevin Cable Jr. is the matchup to make, and then I'm still, Dual won. Johnny Watkins just texted me, said Dual won the ACHA World Hunt.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
With Piper.
And what did Piper beat Zach McBee in? Was it Super Stakes or the World Hunt? When she just went off, just went nuts in a cast. It was a pretty big event. Oh, Johnny says it was Melvin. I thought it was Piper.
I thought it was too.
Piper won AKC.
What did Melvin win?
World. Melvin won the ACHA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Piper, yeah, it was. That's right. Thanks, guys. It was Tournament Champions where Piper went off against Zach McBee. He was hunting Bonnie. And Bonnie had like a 400-point lead or something like that. And Piper just exploded and treed like 4 coons or something like that in 40 minutes.
That'd be
Tyler, I've had Dustin scheduled a couple times, and he's backed out both times. We'll get him on there hopefully one of these days. He don't like to talk on the podcast very much, but hopefully soon. I'd like to get Dustin on there. It'd be a good one.
There's the Watsons rolling in.
Yep.
Want to get him in here and talk to him for a second?
Yeah. Yeah, we can get Cory down here. Have him come in and have a seat.
Why don't you move
This one right here. All right, guys. We're going to be joined by Mr. Cory Watson. How are you, buddy?
Doing good. How you doing?
Tough loss tonight, but a dang good week for you and Turk.
Oh, yeah.
I got the down low on Turk's name. That's been bugging me all week.
Yeah, I had to explain that to people all the time.
Yeah, no. So tell me about your cast tonight.
We we cut loose and I struck for 100. Doug bit struck for 75. They run on the track left-handed. They both come treed, and I let Doug. I mean, they come treed at the same time. I kind of sit back because I didn't know, you know, and we're in a little patch woods. I'm kind of worried if that, I didn't want to give mine no minus this quick in.
Right.
So anyway, we score a coon. I'm down a quarter. We actually move to another patch of woods, and we cut loose. And Doug's dog did one of the best jobs I've ever seen on a coon.
Yeah.
Did absolutely phenomenal on it. And that they coming off that, mine was treed kind of in the hole of a tree on the bottom, and he had been treed there for a long time. I let the stationary work for so long, and then treat him.
You
and
knew he didn't sound right whenever he was,
and he ended up leaving it, and that was the end of the cast there. But Doug's dog did a very good job, and she deserved to win the cast, and we had a heck of a run. I was just glad to be there.
No, you guys had a heck of a run. Top 7 of the PKC World Hunt.
Yep.
I've never been there. I can just imagine how it feels to get in here on Saturday night. You know, you get a hunt with all these guys. You're one cast away from the finals. But tell us about Turk. Last I heard, he hasn't been pushed much. Just these last 8 months, he's the Georgia State champion in PKC and UKC.
Yep.
He's done some winning when you guys have taken him. What kind of dog is he?
Um, Turk is I gotta say, Nathan Tilson did all the work on this
Yeah.
dog as far as he raised him from a puppy. He's hunted the heck out of him. And the way I found Turk is I don't have a whole lot of hunting at my house, and I would go hunting with Nathan, and everything I took over there, Turk would just beat to death. And
Yeah.
he's a younger dog, and I just told Dad, man, we need to. His dog is just producing coons. Like
Yeah.
when mine's not even making trees, he's producing coons. And I said, we need to get our hands on this dog, get involved with this dog in any way. And Tilson's a great partner, and he hunts the dog a lot for me and keeps him up. So, but Turk is coons on the ground. He's very
Yeah.
very good. And then when Turk, a lot of times when coons go up, he will get through there and might treat only
Yeah.
coon on a calf. So. But he's also still young, and like you said, he has not been pushed. I think when we took him over, he had $400 won, and I think to not put him like over 12 grand somewhere
Yeah.
around in
Yeah. I
there.
think
So
he made gold champion tonight with
yep,
what you guys have just done at the World Hunt, plus what you've done coming into this. So,
yep.
what are your guys' plans for Turk coming up?
Just keep pleasure hunting him, keep him looking good, and be selective and hit hunts that we
Yeah.
think he looks good at, and
Yeah.
his time of the year and stuff like that. Not push him too hard because uh he don't need to be pushed too hard in a bunch of hunts, but try to go to ones that be selective about it,
Yep.
and not run up and down the road with them, but go to ones we think we have a shot at.
Yep. Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
Coy. You've had a heck of a week. I mean,
I
really,
appreciate it.
congratulations. There's a lot of people killed me where you guys are at,
Yes, sir.
and you guys have done. You and Nathan and everybody's done a fantastic with that job. Or fantastic job with that dog.
Well, we appreciate it.
So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
good job, and we'll see you at the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you, Coy.
Y'all have a good one.
Yep, you too. All right, we will. That is Cory Watson. Great guy there, and a very good dog. Dog you guys are going to probably hear a lot more of in the future. That dog just turned 3 years old a month ago. So he does have a super stakes left. He is still a young dog, and he's got a bright future in front of him. We do not have